Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. Wike and Fubara crisis has given Nigerians full idea of Wike's intention, before he left the office of a governor. And this time around, you're going to hear from an elder statesman what his position is in respect to the crisis between Wike and Fubara. What was the main intent of the crisis? Why did that crisis, get so strong? Was it about the structure, political structure of Wike that he was trying to protect, or it was about the revenue of Rivers State? All of these, Sara-igbe took our time to tell Nigerians. Let's dive into the news. The former publicity secretary of Pan Niger Delta Forum, that's Pan Dave, Sara-igbe, had said the political crisis in Rivers State was caused by the desire of Nyesom Wike to control the resources of the state. Sara-igbe alleged that the Minister of FCT, Wike, has hoped he would control the money of Rivers State, even though Governor Similare Fubara is in charge. In an interview, the Rivers State elder statesman further claimed that Wike's presidential ambition was influencing his desire to control the state money. The crisis, according to him, he says that the crisis Rivers State is not about political structure, it's about money. It is about money control, the money. Who controls the money in Rivers State? That is the structure Wike is referring to. Who controls the money in Rivers State? Let me tell you something. Wike is nursing presidential ambition, and he believes it is only money that can give him that presidential ticket, and so he is trying to ensure he controls all the resources both in Rivers State and his present office. But unfortunately, he did not approach it in the right way. He wanted force to get it, and that was the bedrock. Who controls the resources? Sara-igbe further alleged that Wike nominated all the commissioners, special advisors, and chief of staff for Governor Fubara. He claimed that the former Rivers State governor awarded contracts that would engulf the federal allocation of the state before leaving office. According to him, Wike also allegedly was in charge of the state's internally generated revenue for months before Fubara took action. Wike played, according to him, I'm going to quote him now, word for word. He said that Wike played a role in the emergence of governor, no doubt. But at the point, the governor was not allowed to even nominate a commissioner. All the commissioners were nominated by Wike. All the advisors, including the chief of staff, were nominated by Wike. Before he left, he awarded contract that would take the whole money coming from a federation account, and he has given instruction as to which bank to be paid. Then internally generated revenue, he wanted to be in control also. He did that for some months. Then the governor said, no, that is where the problem started. So Wike wanted to control the resources of Rivers State. Come on, this is quite serious. Though the statement is allegedly, but we have heard the same story coming from different quarters. I could still remember when this guy, the House of Rep member representing the Attorney South constituency, Ugochinyere, talked about this whole thing, that it was targeted at controlling the funds in Rivers State. And it also buttressed on that point, talking about the issue of nomination and appointment of commissioners, that all of it were done by Wike. He appointed commissioners, he appointed chief of staff, he appointed virtually everybody that was running the show. The House of Assembly was loyal also to him. Virtually everything revolved around him. So, which means Governor Fubara was just there as an overseer. He was just there as a coordinator. But in terms of control, he didn't have an iota of control. And guess what? That is absolutely wrong. No matter how you're going to look at it, no grown man who knows that when the time for accountability comes, is going to be the one to take responsibility for it, will sit back and watch you, do the things that Wike was doing. However, my colleague is in the house. Now, one of the most interesting part of it is this issue of presidential ambition. It's not Sara-igbe that is the only person talking about it. And Sara-igbe is saying that the reason why the issue of structure and control of fund was paramount to Wike was because his intention was to run for presidency. How true do you think this is? What are your assumptions on this?
Well, I stand to be corrected, and I also have my views. As Sara-igbe just said something that most Nigerians out there, if you put your 2 plus 2, you could arrive at the same answer. Let's take a retrospect. Let's run through this political career of Wike from when this whole issue of Atiku Abubakar and himself began. He started by saying it's turn of the South. He threw the party ticket open so that at least a Southerner can come in, because initially Atiku had agreed that okay, since it's turn of the South, let it be zoned to Southeast. But he literally threw it open, which made Atiku to run. And when Atiku ran, he also decided to, according to SDM, that's Senator Dino Malai, he said he was now begging, according to Dino Malai, when he lost out of the ticket of PDP primaries. He now said he was literally begging Atiku Abubakar to be his vice, of which Atiku Abubakar rejected and vehemently refused, and that was where the problem lied. He said he was not going to be, never over his dead body would he even be a vice, how much more being a minister. See him, he ended up enjoying being called the minister of FCT. But while all of that was going on, many insinuated that because judging the fact that he's just one of the recently passed governor, he has more than enough in his coffers.
Yeah.
But from a lot of grapevine, they believe that they never allowed Fubara to have any stake in the governance. All the people that were employed, all the people that were appointed were done strictly from Wike's loyalty scheme. All the people literally bought tickets for the lawmakers. So he wanted to control Rivers, which he has actually from actions deducted. Now, with what a lot of people believe and what was going around in political circles, call it beer parlor discussion, you will not be far from it. They believe that he wanted to come close, since he's still the turn of the South, but they want to come close to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president, and allow him to run one term. Come close enough to know the secrets that make him thick or thin. Okay. Then some few months to the election, he will opt out. Of course, he would have gone. That's why he wanted to super perform in Abuja, so that they will see his performing skill and then get a strong ally in the northern part of Nigeria and will come in as the vice.
We need people who are experts who will ensure that Nigerians
and run for presidency. Now, matching President Bola Ahmed Tinubu money for money. Of course, influence for influence. Don't forget that Abuja is in the northern part of the country. And he has a good friend in the person of the former Benue State governor. What's his name? Former Benue State governor, who is no longer the governor, still in somebody's home. Now still in his book. Same thing with the 5 governors literally. They are all strategically located. So they will now go to them and say they can mop up support, telling you who to meet for issue of consultation. And by doing whatever the consultation is, no problem. We'll match money for money, reverse money, still available. Don't forget that though he was the former governor, he's still the present governor by default by using Fubara. So monies will not be problem.
Was just proxy kind of.
Yes, it's somebody to use a proxy. Now, with all of that, he will match the president, money for money, influence for influence. But Fubara was that factor. This new character, the new Fubara character, was the factor he never envisaged. So, if there is no money, you can't. And with all this attitude that he's been displaying in Abuja, I don't think anybody wants. And don't forget, in all of this, one would have expected him. Okay, you don't like PDP, move out now. He refused to move out.
Yeah,
he's still there, and because initially his own intention is to hold on to PDP, have the structure of PDP, and run on PDP. But now, with all this whole thing going on, the whole thing is not adding up. Fubara is not delivering the way he ought to deliver. So to speak, with Bola Ahmed Tinubu being a player, a political player, this is now my personal view. I believe that maybe Bola Ahmed Tinubu has an idea, because they'll be shouting, watch your back, Wike is not that kind of person. And he will look at it. If Wike can deliberately, a whole core party man is deliberately scattering his party for my sake. Since when did we become best of friends? There's something is chasing. Yeah. And it's not that he lost me too much.
Because maybe I can still remember during the period, I think APC, when Bola Ahmed Tinubu was trying to feature in Edo state politics, he talked down on Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
He finished him, literally.
It wasn't that he really respected Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So something interesting about the position.
Yes. So he believes that all of this, trying to get close. I personally believe that he wanted to get close enough, get what makes him thick and weak. Then each time Fubara is commissioning project, in that process of commissioning project,
maybe during the last
towards the end, maybe 2026,
the project
to say
schedule.
He will just say, please
commissioning schedule.
Make sure projects are ready for me to commission from 26 ending.
Okay.
Then we will now start dropping heavy things, such
press
that
conferences and all
several
that.
saying what is happening, how people are suffering, the Nigerians want to continue. So that's when he will start his campaign. Then he will not pick his ticket in PDP, money for money and all that, so that the president will be shocked. But president also, having watched, why are you overloving me?
Politician, for
Do you understand? Sake. Why are you overloving me? It's not like we are brothers, and you're willing to scatter what you have been for many years. There's something you're looking for. And they said, okay, if that should be the case, I perceive, I stand to be corrected again, I perceive that Fubara must have had a backing that is not popular, that most people don't know, but that gave him confidence. It could be that there's somebody in the presidency, an insider that told him, relax, you cannot be impeached. Just do what you are doing, but just don't insult him. Because all of a sudden, Fubara was a bit of a sassy at the beginning. All of a sudden, Fubara became very bold.
Though I know also his boldness can be traced to the period that the lawmakers decided to cross carpet.
Don't forget, even Fubara will always say, I want to thank the Mr. President for his support. There's something.
So something
a whole lot. But in all of that, it clearly shows that in all of this mechanism that's going on, Wike right now is in a very sensitive and dicey situation. And that's exactly where Bola Tinubu likes him in. Where, if you don't please me, I will throw you to the dogs. Your party here are waiting to swallow you. Your home base is gone.
And he didn't see it coming.
No.
Come on, he didn't see it coming.
That's
and for
me, politics.
I think I can also use the words that was spoken to Nebuchadnezzar in his dream, that men may know that God, there's always God factor. He rules in their face of them. Exactly. That's what I would say, because I like you rightly pointed out, he didn't envisage this will happen. However, that's where we like to leave it. What's your standpoint on what